coming up first, we're joined by Deborah Edwards from Mission Aviation Fellowship of Canada, an organization known for bringing the gospel in a tangible way. Well, welcome, Deborah. It's so great to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks. It's so great to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. I hear you're all the way in Haiti right now joining us.
Yes, that's right.
That's awesome. Wonderful. Well, your story is so beautiful and it's so profound. And you started your love for God and aviation at such a young age. How did that passion grow over the years?
That's a great question. Like a lot of people ask me, how did you first become interested in aviation? And I'm honestly not sure. I remember like being a little kid and like pretending to be flying an airplane. So I don't know if God just put that passion in my heart or if it was my parents' influence. I know my dad was really into aviation history and kind of kind of taught me about that at a young age. So I always had this longing to pursue aviation, but I didn't really see how that could be practical. Um, I really wanted to do missions work. I really wanted to serve God full time, like my parents, and I didn't see how those two things could fit together until I learned about Mission Aviation Fellowship. I was at a flying event at the Waterloo Wellington Flight Center, which is very close to where I grew up, and MAF had a booth there. And I remember just thinking, I can use airplanes to serve Jesus. Where do I sign up? That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder, like you said, how do you fit flying a plane and serving Jesus? But, God can works in mysterious ways, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Deborah, can you share a moment where you realized that, combining your faith and flying with missionary work, how that really came into its true fruition?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I have to say, I think just being here and meeting people, building relationships like you just talked about in the opener, has been crucial to that, where I am so happy to be here. When I see people who are struggling here, suffering due to the instability, due to the gang violence, believers who are driven from their homes or struggling to get resources that they need because of the inability to travel here. It's so fulfilling to know that I'm part of a mission that can really make a difference in people's lives here.
That's beautiful. And how does MAF's work in Haiti serve as a lifeline for these isolated communities that you talked about? And what are some of the most urgent needs that you're helping to address?
Yeah, that's a great question. Right now, our program is currently restarting. We had to evacuate in 2023 due to instability from our previous location in Port-au-Prince, which,
Wow.
if anyone knows their Haitian geography, that's the capital of the country. We're now located in northern Haiti, so we're in a much more secure situation here. And we're currently working full time on getting back up and running. So currently, we are helping refugees and whatnot, just kind of on our own, but not in a flight capacity. Um, Historically, when we have been flying, we've been bringing medicine into isolated hospitals, transporting people that need to get somewhere, but they can't get through a gang blockade or it's rainy season and the roads aren't working. Bringing patients to hospitals, doing medevac flights, and flying supplies to ministries. I think of one of our partners, Lemuel Ministries. They have a ministry in a very isolated, arid part of Haiti where we serve as a lifeline to them for supplies, where they work on sustaining their community and developing it so that people can not only survive, but thrive and get to know the love of Jesus.
Wow, that is truly incredible. And can you share the most memorable experience that affirmed why God has called you to this mission work and that you're doing here in Haiti?
Yeah, I have to go back to the relationship building. I think of all the people I've met and hearing their stories. And these are good people, these are God's children, and just hearing what they're going through. I mean, we get calls every day, people asking us, when are you guys going to start flying again? We really need your help.
Mm.
Just that really moves me and really, reaffirms my calling. Where I have no doubt that this is where I want to be. And if anyone who's watching this could please pray for the church here in Haiti, that God be with them and strengthen them and keep them safe. That would be much appreciated.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Deborah, the work you're doing is truly remarkable, and what a beautiful calling that the Lord has placed on your
Mm.
life. And if, like you said, if there are people watching who might even be interested, young women, young boys, anyone who are interested in doing this kind of work, where can they
Mhm.
go to get more information?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to www.maf.ca. MAF stands for Mission Aviation Fellowship. On our website, we've got lots of resources where you can learn about different programs we have around the world. Haiti is just one of the places we serve. We serve in over 23 countries around the world.
Wow.
You can learn how to become a pilot or a mechanic for us. We also need IT people and teachers, so it's not just pilots and mechanics we're looking for. You can also click on the Our Missionaries tab if you want to learn more about the different missionaries and different work MAF people are doing around the world too. So yeah, maf.ca would be your go-to.
Amazing. Deborah, well, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for sharing your story. God bless you and all the people that are doing the great work in Haiti. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Well, to learn more about Deborah and her wonderful story and MAF, you can also go to 700club.ca.